Hey guys, welcome to another FM17 experiment. This is Philippe Coutinho at Barcelona. He's handed in a transfer request today, to which I understand Liverpool have rejected it, but he's been highly rumoured to be going to Barcelona. They've already rejected a bid of £90 million for him, and it's looking like it's going to go through in the next few days. I personally think it's a good deal for Liverpool. If they can get £90 million and sign 3 new players, and that'll really help their squad out. Anyway, I'm Joe. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe for plenty more Football Manager content on the channel. And we also predicted the upcoming 2017 Premier League season a few days ago, so go check that out. Let's get into the video. So here we are in game, guys. Philippe Coutinho, as you can see, at Barcelona. We're using a summer transfer update, correct up until the 11th of August. The only thing I've changed is Coutinho going to Barcelona. So yeah, he's spent a good few years at Liverpool after joining for £9 million. So you know the times and what they paid for him by 10 and getting that in return, and he's had, you know, 5 good years at Liverpool. It's only 4 in here, of course, because we're a year in the future. But I think he'll do all right at Barcelona. Obviously, Barcelona don't have Neymar anymore, and he's going to fit in perfectly, I think. And he'll really do well for Barcelona. I think they've got obviously quite a few things on the plate. They're wanting to win the La Liga, and they're also wanting to do well in the Champions League, as Barcelona do. We'll also check out who Liverpool signed to replace Coutinho, if anybody, and we'll see how Liverpool fare this season in the Premier League. So we'll do a sort of a two-pronged sort of experiment. We'll see what sort of effect is Coutinho's transfer going to have on Liverpool, and is he going to improve Barcelona and help them win some cups. So I'm going to simulate forward the first season. We're probably going to do about 5, and we'll see how Barcelona have done. Right guys, we've simulated a year forward. We're on the 4th of June 2017, so all the tournaments are over, i.e. Champions League, La Liga, Premier League, all of those sort of tournaments. So first of all, we'll have a look and see, it's 1L I think, and see how Coutinho has done in his first season at Barcelona. And he's had a very good year in terms of average rating. He's only played 27 games, scored 5 goals, 10 assists, 5 player of the matches, 7.68 average rating. Not exactly blowing anyone away with those sort of performances, but overall he's played 42 games, 7 goals, he scored a penalty, he's got 13 assists, he's got 6 player of the matches, and a 7.55 average rating. So he's slightly lower overall than just in La Liga, which is probably what you'd expect. Let's have a look and see if he's had any injuries this season. I mean, he's had a fair few. You know, he's had a hernia, he's had a damaged kneecap, so he has missed part of the season, so that maybe explains why he's only played 27 games. Let's see where Barcelona are playing him. They're playing him on the left-hand side, as you would expect, with Lionel Messi on the right, and, well, they're playing Alchecho up front. I don't know why they're not playing Suarez. I assume they have most of the season. Look at that, 34 goals. But compared to Messi and Suarez, Coutinho's not, you know, performing brilliantly. But he's certainly doing the 3rd best in the squad. Maybe behind Iniesta, I guess, as well. So probably the 4th best player at the moment at Barcelona, which is pretty good, to be honest with you, because Neymar was the 3rd best, or 2nd best, whichever way you want to look at it. Barcelona finished 2nd in the league, 7 points behind Real Madrid, which is quite disappointing for them. Suarez finishing as top scorer, Coutinho not appearing anywhere on there. How have Barcelona done in all competitions? If we sort of filter these down, we'll see, well, you guys probably seen what's happened. In the La Liga, they've, you know, they had a bit of a dry patch in the middle. I don't know why all this has gone back like this. We'll just sort of move that like that, and you'll be able to see things a little bit better. We'll get rid of that though and bring up the Supercopa, and it looks like they won that on aggregate against Real Madrid for some reason. Again, this has gone dodgy, but you get who these people are, and I don't know why this goes all the way over here, but here's the Champions League. They got to... Oh, this is really annoying. They got to the quarter-final and got knocked out by Paris Saint-Germain. That's an interesting one. I wonder if Neymar scored in that game. He didn't score in either game. Is Neymar playing? He is. And he didn't do that well. Cavani did better than him. So that's interesting. That's what 200 million buys you. And we'll do the Copa del Rey as well. So that's probably the best way to do it. If we want to... For goodness sake, if we want to see the teams and all that while we do. Copa del Rey, they won 3-0. Coutinho actually scoring in that final, and as you can see, he did score a couple of goals here and there. But there you go. That is Barcelona's first season. Let's see how Liverpool did without him. They finished 4th in the Premier League. I think they'd take that this year, to be perfectly honest with you. Did they sign anybody to replace Coutinho? Well, they've signed Alex Iwobi. Very interesting. They signed him for 35.5 million. I mean, it's a snip of the 90 million, but that's still interesting. Kalinic, did he? Yeah, he played for Blackburn a few years ago. A very uninspiring signing, 21.5 million. Alejandro Gomez, Toby, you'll know him from the FM draft I did. Alejandro Gomez was £700. It must have been some sort of glitch, and he was fantastic. So Liverpool have signed him for 2 million. That's brilliant. And Domenico Crescito is a decent left back signing for Liverpool as well. And they didn't lose anybody else apart from Adam Bogdan. I don't think they'll be too bothered about that. Have they won any trophies? They got knocked out in the second knockout round of the Europa League and didn't really get anywhere in the FA Cup. Arsenal won the league. That's interesting because that happened in the Premier League video as well. So Arsenal looking very, very good for next season according to Football Manager, but Liverpool just finishing in 4th ahead of Tottenham and Man United, which is brilliant for them. But what we'll do now is we'll simulate forward another 12 months and we'll see how Coutinho does at Barcelona in his second season. Hopefully he'll have no injuries this time, and we'll also see how he does in the World Cup perhaps for Brazil. And yeah, we'll see if Liverpool do any good in the Champions League. So yeah, I'll see you guys in 2018. So here we are at the end of the 2018 season. Let's see how Philippe Coutinho has done. He's still at Barcelona so far, and yeah, he's had a good season by the looks of it. I panicked when I seen 12 there, but he's played every single La Liga game. He's scored 11 goals, 8 assists, 2 player of the matches, a 7.55 average rating, certainly lower than last year, but he's played more matches, scored more goals, and probably looked a lot better. Where have they been playing him? Out on the left hand side again, which is good. And Barcelona actually won the league this year. They have won it by 4 points over Atletico, 4 points clear at the top. Coutinho is nowhere to be seen on these statistics, so Cristiano Ronaldo, the top scorer there. Let's see how Barcelona did in their competitions. If we just get rid of that, and that. So there's the La Liga. Oh, for goodness sake, I've done it again, haven't I? Never mind. We'll move this that way. I am new to all this experiment stuff, by the way, guys, so go easy on us. Let's bring the Champions League into it, and what's happened there? So yeah, they got to the semi-final and then lost against Dortmund. Coutinho scoring quite frequently throughout the competition, scoring 5 goals there, and that's pretty impressive in the Champions League. What about the Copa del Rey? They lost in the final. Remember, they won it last year. What about the Super Cup? They won that again against Real Madrid. So Barcelona, a very good year doing the treble, domestic treble. Couldn't quite... no, they didn't actually, because they lost the Copa del Rey. They've won 2 trophies, the Super Cup and the La Liga. But got knocked out in the semi-final of the Champions League. Now then, let's see how Liverpool have done this year without Coutinho. Oh, they've won the Premier League. Liverpool have won the Premier League. 2 points clear of Arsenal. Goodness me, what's happened there? Well, they've signed most of Arsenal. That's what's happened there. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has been brought in, probably more of a replacement of Coutinho than Iwobi would ever be. And Matt Macy, don't really know why he's been brought in, but he has been. Any big... Oh, Emre Can's left. And Alan, I don't know who he is. But, yeah, Liverpool, very good year for them. Winning the Premier League certainly seem to be coping a bit better without Coutinho, maybe using that money to good effect. We will now go towards the end of the World Cup. I'll just see when that runs to. Where are Brazil? They've been drawn in a group with Ghana, Mexico and Poland, so they should get through, and we'll see how they do in the World Cup. Right then, we've simulated past the World Cup. Let's see who won it. And see if Coutinho helped towards it. Brazil actually did win the World Cup. How did Coutinho play for Brazil? Did he play at all? He's not in the starting lineup. There he is on the bench. How many games did he play? He only played 3 games and didn't play that well. So that's that. And we'll now simulate forward to the end of the 2019 season. And we'll see how Coutinho does then. Right guys, we've simulated to the end of Season 3, and this might be the final season. I think it will be, because, you know, all the rest of them will probably be the same. So we'll have a look at Philippe Coutinho. He's still at Barcelona, and he's had another good year, but has played less games than last year. It's probably his best year in terms of goals and assist return from only 25 games. 7.43 average rating, so he is getting slightly worse. Has he had injuries this year? He was out for 3 months earlier in the year, which means that he has been cast aside for some of the matches. But he's been playing out on the left again this year. But Suarez and Messi have been scoring the goals. Barcelona have won La Liga again, 5 points clear of Real Madrid. How have they done in other competitions? Let's have a look at that now. The Champions League final hasn't happened yet, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. But they are through the Champions League final. They won the Super Cup, and they got knocked out in the semi-final of the Copa del Rey. We will just have a quick look at Liverpool, their 3rd season, and they finished 8th. They were the Premier League champions and finished 8th. Guardiola's in there now, so yeah, we'll just continue on a little bit. I will just do it sort of while you guys are here, because it shouldn't take too long. Hopefully you're enjoying this experiment. If you want to see more experiments in the future, maybe Neymar to PSG, obviously that's already happened as well, so maybe we could have a look and see what he's going to do. Let us know down in the comments if there's anything that you want to see. But here we go then. Let's see if Barcelona won the Champions League final. We need to go Champions League, and they lost on penalties. That's a real shame. And Philippe Coutinho can't quite get his Champions League winners medal, but he's won 2 La Ligas and a few cups as well as the FIFA World Cup in 3 seasons at Barcelona. He looks like a good signing for them. Not quite Neymar, but, you know, they're paying half the price for him, less than half. So, you know, very much a solid replacement for Neymar, and I'm sure he'll do well at Barcelona. So, if you've enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like down below. It really does mean a lot for me and for the channel, and it really lets us know that you guys want to see more of these in the future. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.